Welcome back everybody to the Meeple Marathon, and tonight we're going to be playing Dinosaur Island. This is not a new game by any sorts, but it is a personal favorite of mine as a worker placement game. It does have a solo module that we'll be playing through tonight, and we'll discuss that in just a minute. Right now I just want to give a brief overview of the rules. This is going to be very high level stuff, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of the game components here. So there are 4 phases to each round of the game, and in a solo game you're only going to play 7 rounds, so the game moves pretty quickly. I can usually play in about 45 minutes. And each board is nicely set up so that it's labeled phase 1. You can see our personal board here is phase 3, so we'll see phase 2 and 4 in a second. This first phase here is the research phase. This is where you're going to be accumulating DNA, along with increasing your cold storage for DNA, unlocking dino recipes, as well as if you don't have a use for a scientist, you can pass them along to the worker pool, which is over here in general. So the first thing you're always going to do is roll out these unique amber colored dice here, and you can see that they have some DNA symbols on here matching the DNA on the bottom of your individual player board. So let's go ahead and roll these out. And then you simply just line these up in no particular order on this yellow track here. In the solo game, it truly doesn't matter, but in the solo game, the solo AI is going to steal certain dice from you or take them from you, just like in a multiplayer game someone would, depending on the order that they're ranked, but there's no way of you knowing what numbers they're going to take. So just lay them out randomly, but make sure they are lined up like this. Then at that point you're going to use your scientists to make some options here, and you can see that they are numbered 1, 2, and 3. So that makes a difference. Say for example I wanted to get a advanced type of DNA. I could put my little guy here. This is now my die, no one else can claim it, and I would move up my DNA on this track 1. These black cubes represent my cold storage level, so I cannot go higher. They're like benchmarks. I cannot go higher than those levels, so 1 right now is the most I can take in advanced DNA. So say I wanted to increase that cold storage first, I could extend play here and move this guy up 1. But if I play my 3 here, I can choose 3 units, move up to 3 cubes a single time, or a single cube 3 times, or 2 once. I can make up to 3 moves. It's entirely up to me how I break it down. So I could say move this up 2 and this up 1, or I could move each one of these up 1, like that. If I use the 2-player scientist to do that, or my number 2 scientist, I can only move 2 things up. So you can see how this is starting to work here. If I happen to put my 2 scientist here and say I've already bumped this up, then I can gain 2 of the advanced DNA. And this also works, for example, these die here, which have 2 symbols already. So if I were to use my 3 scientist on this double die, I can actually get 6 of this type of DNA, but you can see right now my benchmark is I can only get 4. So that's how you use these specific scientist numbers. Also over here, the dino recipes go from herbivore, small carnivore, large carnivore. And if I want to get a herbivore, I need to spend at least my 1 scientist. Now I could spend my 3 scientists, that's fine, but I could not use my 1 down here. I have to use the 3 to get the Gigantosaurus. If at any point in time I have no use for any of my scientists, I can send them over to my worker pool here. At the end of the round, whichever of these die have not been taken, you're going to look at which ones have the most amount of pips on them. You can see here that this one has 2 pips, this one has none, that one has 1. This die now gets moved over to the threat level indicator, which we'll talk a little bit later, but just keep that in mind, that whichever die has the most, if all of them are taken, like say you only, say the AI stole 2 and then you used up all 3, then nothing gets moved over here. Or if this is the only one left, after you've purchased them all, this can get moved over, but it has no pips on it, so there is no increase in threat. But that essentially is phase 1. And so let's just, as an example here, we're going to say that we claimed this dinosaur for later use here. So let's get this board out of the way. And bring out our phase 2 board. Now, our phase 2 board is basically the market phase. And this consists of several different upgrades we can gain for our park. So, you have lab upgrades, park upgrades, and specialists. And what you're going to do at the beginning of every game is you're going to seed these market rows from top to bottom. And you can see each row has a price next to it. So we'll just line these up. Oops. All right, and then your specialists. I am needing some more room here. All right, so this is what the market row is going to look like, and all this is going to be, I'm going to have all this set up all together really big once we play the game. But essentially during the market phase, you have 2 options to purchase things. You can pass at any point in time. If you do, you receive 2 money in your bank. And if you pass on your first turn, you can still spend money on your second turn. So essentially, the specialists and the lab upgrades cost exactly what they are in the row. So this is a $2 specialist, this is a $2 lab upgrade. The attractions, however, that go into your park are going to cost this amount of money here, plus this amount of money. So this is a $7 park upgrade right now. This one's $8. This one is 7 as well. So you essentially, you make your purchases, and then if it's a lab upgrade, you're going to take it and you're going to add it over here. Maybe you've purchased this one later in the game. If it's a specialist, you're going to take them and you're going to put them way over here off to the side. And you have a limit of 3. You can see you have 2 empty spaces in your lab. If at any point in time you want to get a new specialist and you already have 3, or you want to get a new lab upgrade and you've already purchased 2, you just simply get rid of one. Say I want to purchase this instead, I can kick this one out and put that one in its place. There's always an upgrade for your created dinosaur and refine your DNA, which will be sitting here, one-time purchases that are 3 and 5 each. You can also, instead of purchasing things like this, say we'll purchase that for later, you can purchase DNA. Depending on how much money you put in depends on how good of the DNA. So this is any type of basic, and this is any type of advanced. This personally is the best deal because 5 for 2 advanced is much better in my opinion than 4 for just 1. If you do that, you need to discard an item from the corresponding row. This is most important when you're playing multiplayer because it keeps someone else from getting to it. But still, it could matter in the future because these cards are all going to stay out here, essentially. The specialists all have unique abilities, but the most common symbol you'll see is these, which when you add, say, the HR Manager Specialist to your board, you're going to actually be able to add 2 more workers to your pool. And those workers will stay with you as long as you have the HR Manager in your Specialist pool. If for some reason you ever get rid of her, you have to put those other 2 back. So that's essentially the market phase. At the end of all of the phases during the cleanup phase, you will take everything that's in the top row, whether it's empty or not, and you will push everything up no matter how low it was. And then you'll seed in from the bottom. I only have a couple things here as an example, but you could see how this ice cream was way down here and was super expensive, and went from 8 to 6, and then next round it will be 3 if it's still there. So everything becomes cheaper over time, and so keep that in mind too, that if you can't afford it this round, it may be something you can afford at a later round. Alright, so after the market phase, which is phase 2, you have your worker placement phase. Alright, this is a worker placement game, so this is where this all comes in. And we'll go ahead and put these 2 boards side by side now. So, earlier in the research phase, we purchased our dinosaur recipe, and we would have gone ahead and put this on our park board here. But that does not mean we have a dinosaur. All it means, we always start with one dinosaur. All that means is that we have the recipe. Okay, so your options of placing your workers now are all here on your lab. You can create a dinosaur, which means you look at the recipe here on the dinosaur recipe, and you're going to have to spend those DNA by ticking them down like this. And let's say we did have this much DNA already. We tick all this down, and now we can create a dinosaur. So we'd go from our dinosaur pool, we'd get another one, and we'd fill in our single paddock there. Now, when we do that, we get to increase our excitement level by 2, which is tracked on this board here. And these 2 pips also represent an increase in threat because we are adding dinosaurs to the park, and carnivores are more of a threat than herbivores. So we're going to increase our threat over here by 2 pips. You can see now at the start of the game, our security level and threat level are both at 1, but now our threat level is higher than our security level, so that's dangerous. So what we're going to have to do here is use this tile that I purchased, increase your security level by 1 at no cost. Perfect. We also have the tool bench that would allow us to increase our security level by paying the cost. So to move into level 3, we'd have to pay 2 money. We can always just go use our workers to get money. We can always use them to refine DNA. That means take basic DNA and turn it into advanced DNA. And then the last thing you can do is increase your paddock size, which you can see currently both of these paddocks only hold a single dinosaur. Now you can get some cards that allow you to increase them for free, or this one allows you to increase at a discount, but essentially you have to buy a larger paddock before you can create a second dinosaur here. So you always want to make sure that your security is keeping up with your threat. And remember earlier with our die, say this was the one we had set aside, our current threat may be at 3, but for this round, it's going to be considered a 5. You don't move the cube, but you just add in these 2 pips to it. And so right now we're woefully behind on security level. So essentially you place all your workers out, and in a multiplayer game this can be done simultaneously because there's no stepping on anyone else's toes. All of the placements in this round are on your own board. In the research phase, that does go in turn order, but in this phase everyone can do their own worker placement on their own time. So then phase 4 is the park phase. This is when we each day allow visitors into our park. The amount of visitors that you invite to your park is based on your excitement level. So the more dinosaurs you get into your park, the more people want to come and see them. So what you're going to do is draw some tiny little meeples out of this giant bag here, and right now say we have an excitement level of 3, we would draw 3 meeples. This is actually a really poor pull because I pulled 2 hooligans and 1 paying meeple. Just remember that gold is the color money, so those are the paying meeples. So actually what the game tells you to do is kind of line them up outside at the front door, and hooligans are always going to push and shove their way to the front. All right, but they're also not going to pay. They're going to sneak in and take up spots first before a paying customer can make it in. Now say we had an excitement level of 4, I would have 2 paying customers. Everybody in line is going to buy a ticket, but only one's going to make it in, and this poor fella here is simply just left out of the gate, but we still make money off of him. Now, as we spoke earlier, our threat level is actually 5 for this round, and our security level is only 2. That means that 2 incidences are going to happen. Essentially, dinosaurs are escaping and are eating our patrons. So you always start by eating the paying customers. Hooligans are tricky, they're sneaky, they're hiding. But if there's no other paying customers left to eat, you would then start eating hooligans. One thing important to note is that in a solo game, anybody that's eaten is set off to the side and is not thrown back into the pool. So usually you're getting your paying customers eaten and the hooligans stay alive, and so that makes greater odds every round thereafter that the hooligans are going to come out. So that is all 4 phases. Then there's the cleanup phase, and then you move into the next round. You re-roll your dice and you continue on. So how does solo work, you ask? Well, the game comes with a deck of these Dinosaur Island solo cards. What you'll do is you'll shuffle them up, deal 10 out to yourself, and you'll choose 7 that you feel like you can accomplish. For example, do you feel like you can build 3 food attractions in your park? For example, this one here is a ride attraction, and it gives me 2 spots to put paying customers into, or any type of customer. Hire 3 specialists, that one's pretty easy. Create dinosaurs of 3 different species, so that would be herbivore, small carnivore, large carnivore. Make sure no patrons are eaten this round. This one's usually pretty easy at the early. Earn $8 from patrons in a single round. So these are all goals that you're going to try and meet. Now the trick in a solo game is that the earlier you complete them, the more victory points you're going to score on them. So this is a round tracker, and again we said there's only 7 rounds of the game. So any goals that I complete in the first and second round are worth 10 VP each. If I wait until the very last round to complete any goals, I only get 1. And a little side bonus that the game has put into the rules is that if I complete an objective 1 per round, so every round I'm completing one, which is tricky in the beginning, and only 1 per round, then I get a bonus 10 VP at the end of the game. These solo cards, so I said there were 16 originally. I'm taking 10, I'm picking 7, and then I'm putting 3 back. So that leaves 9 cards here that again you're just going to shuffle up. And at the beginning of every round, after you have rolled in the dice and seeded your market, you're going to flip over one of the cards that's not part of your 7 that you're keeping track of. This is from the 9 remaining that are just in the deck. And you're going to use this to remove things from the board. So you're going to see I'm going to remove the 3 and 4 die, the number 1 dinosaur, which is the herbivore, the $3 lab upgrade, and the $3 specialist. These are all different. So you never know what they're going to take. They're only ever going to take 2 things from the market, because just like you, they're only getting 2 turns. But they're almost always going to take a dinosaur. It's rare that they don't. They're going to take at least 1 die. You can see this one, sometimes they take up to 3 die. So this is essentially simulating the multiplayer actions of a human player beating you to certain dice or dinosaurs, getting those out of the way. What's brilliant about this game in solo mode is that that's all there is to the solo AI. You literally flip over a single card at the beginning of the round, you remove some stuff, and then you are done as far as the solo AI is concerned. They have done their business, they've done their dirty work, they get out of your way, and your play resumes as normal. So, again, the solo AI, or playing solo, is simply a beat your own score, but I feel like there is enough variety in the game. I love the theme, I love the 80s vibe to it, so I don't mind that this worker placement game is simply a beat your own score. So that is all of the rules in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and go through a full playthrough. So let me set all this stuff up and I'll be right. I've already set everything up. I've already rolled out my dice. So let's go ahead and get started with the AI messing with us. All right, this is a nasty one. 2, 4, and 5 die. 2, 4, and 5. So you can see he took one of the advanced DNA, which I don't like. That's not cool of him at all. Gonna take the 2 dinosaur. All right, that guy's gone, and I don't flip this over until the end of the round, so that's not an option for me to purchase. He takes the 4 and the 2. No, this guy. Okay, so that is all there is to the AI. I'm just gonna take this and add it to the bottom of my deck, and we're good to go. Okay, so what do I want to do with my workers here? I'm not ready to be creating a Giganotosaurus, but I maybe can handle a Pachycephalosaurus if I purchase enough DNA here. So what we're gonna do is put this guy here. I'm gonna purchase 6 DNA of my choice. So that's actually gonna be 2 of everybody. Okay. Then I'm going to purchase the Pachycephalosaurus, and this is like a little bit of a polyomino puzzle, but it's not very difficult at all. But if I had like 1, 2, 3 attractions here, I could not put this guy down. He's got to have 2 open spaces available. So we're just going to stick him right there. Make sure there's dinosaurs at the front of the park. So now this is just a recipe. This does not mean I don't have a dinosaur yet in this paddock. I need to actually spend these to get that dinosaur in there. Okay, and so the last thing I think we're going to do is actually take this guy and allow him to be a worker. I do have the option of putting it here and buying this die, and that would do something that could be important. I could not increase my DNA anymore because I'm hitting my maximum. But since I purchased these and the AI so eloquently purchased 3 from me, that would leave no dice left to push over into the threat level, which is fine. So our threat level would stay at either 1 or 2 if I upgrade and get a Pachycephalosaurus. If I don't choose to purchase this die and I get this dinosaur in like I'm planning to do, my threat level for the round will be 4. And that means I'm going to have to do 1, 2, 3 upgrades to my security level. It's going to cost me 2, 4, 5 money and 3 workers. Unless I purchase this one thing, which is an option. So maybe we'll do that, actually. That one's not that bad of an idea. 1, 2, and I'd have to cost 4 to do it 2 more times. No, I only have to do it once. Okay, so yes, we're gonna put this guy over here. Alright, so that means this die is the only one not purchased. It becomes our threat level die. On to the market phase. So I've already been looking at this, and I'm going to be at an excitement level of 3, which I should be able to put 3 people out. So I don't necessarily need an attraction. I do want this one right here. So I'm going to pay my 5 to gain this, and I'm going to stick it right here. Okay, and then I can purchase one other thing. Dino Hunter. I do like that he gives me a worker, but I don't want to pay 5 for him. You may upgrade paddock capacity by 2. Now this guy could be very helpful in fulfilling this one, not this round, but down the road. And he's going to give me an extra worker immediately, which could be very helpful. I can't purchase, I don't have enough money for this. I could purchase this. I do need 3 food attractions over the course of the day. I could also buy this for 7 or 10, or I can go ahead and purchase some advanced DNA. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna pay 5, because I always think that this one's a lot better than this one. 5 for 2 or 4 for 1. So I get to discard something. I'm not too concerned about the Dinosaur Hunter being available in the future, so we'll discard him. And I get 2 of my choice, green, and I guess the Gigantosaurus is out there. I'm going to need lots of this, so we'll bump that one up. Okay, alright, so that is the market phase is complete. Now on to our worker placement phase. So I forgot to do this right off the bat. You can see that this one has this green banner right here. And the green banner is actually something you do when you purchase this and then not again. So I actually should have increased my security level by 1 at no cost when I purchased this. And now I can't use it again. But what I need to do here first is increase my security level 1 more. So to do that, I have to pay to where it's going. So I have to pay 2. Get some change. Alright, then I'm going to put this guy here so that I can treat this as a +1 security level, so I have 4, essentially. Alright, then I'm going to create a dinosaur. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to reduce my DNA here, here and here. All right, now I get to add in this dinosaur right there. Okay, I also have to increase my threat level by 1, boop, and my excitement level by 2, boom, boom. Okay, all right, so we're going to be having 3 visitors in the park. I can fit 1, 2, 3 visitors in my park, and I'm going to be adding 2 to the threat level, and I'm going to be at a 4. So at this point, I can, let's see, what can I do? I think I'm going to get some money, because money is always helpful. Just make some change here. And this last guy, this scientist, I'm actually going to use to refine some DNA. So I'm going to want greens again, because I like my Pachycephalosauruses. So I'm going to spend a blue and a purple to get a green back. Okay, so that's all my workers. Now is when I draw visitors. So I have this giant bag that you can see, entirely unnecessary because literally it's like that is what's at the bottom. I don't know why this bag is so big, to be perfectly honest with you, but I draw out 3 visitors. We'll see. Okay, and I'm already screwed. So they tell you to line them up out here because the 2 yellows you're going to get paid for. So I get 2 money for them trying to get into the park. Then the hooligan's going to sneak in, and he's going to go to the hats and try and steal a hat. And these other 2 visitors can come in and go into where the dinosaurs are. So now is when I would compare threat. So I have to +2, so here, but I'm at +1, so we're even, we're equal, we're good. So nobody gets eaten. So now I can get VP per paying patrons. So I get 2 VP. And then that's it. Basically all of these guys, since nobody got eaten, go back in this giant bag. And we do the cleanup phase. So I'm going to take my dice, put them over here, take my scientists back, take all my workers back. Okay, and then you're going to lose this and this. Everything pushes up. And then we just replace what's missing. And I really like this mechanic in any type of worker placement game or game with a market. I really enjoy it when things become cheaper over time. So the last thing we need to do is figure out if we were able to knock out any of our people here, and we haven't. Unfortunately, I got 10 really difficult cards. None of them were going to be super easy, so I miss out on 10 VP. So we're not off to a good start. We get some more dinosaur recipes out. All right, so I believe we have covered all our bases and we are good to go. Using my trusty box lid here since there's so much on the table. Ooh, a lot of nice options here. A lot of 3s. Again, it doesn't matter how I put these out here, in what order, especially in a multiplayer game, but it is going to matter here in a second when I flip over this card. But I have no idea what's on this card. So I'm losing, oh jeez. He's always taking the best ones. It's like he knows, he or she knows. The 2 lab and the $5 specialist. Okay, all right, and again, that is all there is to do for the solo AI. And one thing I did forget to do, even though I was not able to complete one of these, I have to decide on one to get rid of. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to earn $8 and AVP. Hire 3 specialists, should be no problem. Buy 3 lab upgrades. So let's flip this one over. We're going to turn it sideways so we just remember we didn't complete it. Actually, we'll just get rid. Let's stick it over here. Okay. All right. So what do I want to do with my 3 scientists? Again, I'm in need of some DNA. But I could use the increasing of some cold storage first. So cold storage first. I definitely need to tick that up. And actually want to do these 2 as well. All right, so there's my 3. I'm gonna spend my 1 here. I'm just gonna let me go 1, 2, 3. And then the last thing is I'm definitely purchasing this one because, oops, and maybe we'll do that with our cold storage so I can get the most out of it. I don't want this 3 making it into the threat level, so now only 1 die is going over here. Okay, alright, so phase 1 is over. Phase 2, what would we like to purchase? We don't have a whole lot of money, unfortunately. So, hoping to make another dinosaur, so we're looking at 5 spots we need to fill. So I need something like an attraction. Unfortunately, everything is really expensive right now. I could do ice cream, and that would pretty much be all my money. Actually, let's do this. Let's purchase ice cream for 6. Put that anywhere, but I'm just going to put it right there. And I'm going to spend my last 2 money on, on the builder. So he's going to go over here, and I'm instantly going to get an extra worker. I can also upgrade a paddock by 2 in paying the second cost instead of by 1 at the tool bench. So I have to go to the tool bench because some of these allow you to like upgrade your paddock for free. Ooh, I'm just now seeing this. I definitely want that one right there. Okay, so we've done our 2 market phases. Now on to our worker placement phase. So again, I need to upgrade a paddock and try and create a dinosaur here. So, but I can't upgrade a paddock because I have no money. Oh my goodness. But I can go venture capitaling first. So, give me 3 money. Okay. Now, upgrade my paddock at the tool bench, which is going to allow me to actually spend that money right back, and due to my builder, I get a 3 paddock right off the bat. Paying the second cost, okay? Alright, so now I can create a dinosaur. Okay, now this dinosaur is going to cost me 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Means I get to bring him in. I get to increase my excitement by 2, 1, 2, and my threat's going to go up by 1. Okay, so I know that my threat's going to be at 4 here. So I need to go ahead and put this, well, no. Let's do this, because I want it to stay permanent. So I'm going to collect 2 money, but I'm just going to turn around and spend it again to pay for the official increase. Okay, so that's all my workers. I get to draw 5 onto phase 4. I get to draw 5 people from the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, not a pink one. Ah, gee, Christmas. Okay, so I get 4 money. 2, 3, 4 for paying customers, and these guys all come in, and they can go certain places. I can put 2 here now and 1 guy here. So I know that my threat and my security level are equal, so nobody gets eaten. Now I get 1, 2, 3 VP for them right here. this guy, I have the choice of either taking a VP or 2 money, because it's a stand that you can purchase stuff at. So I think I'm actually going to take the 2 money because I'm pretty short right now. So that was everybody. These guys all go back, and again, let's check and see if I was able to do anything. I don't think I was. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so we are not off to a good start here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's consolidate a little here. All right, on to round 3. I don't think we're going to do it, but at least I'm showing you guys how to play. And I'm still having fun, so I think that's all that matters. All right, let's bring back our scientists and our workers. Pull the dice off for now. Refresh our recipes. And this goes away. Everything shifts up. Okay, we need 2 more of you, 1 of you, and 2 more specialists. Okay, so I believe we have done everything we need to do. Yes. All right. Let's see here. Let's go boom, boom, and boom. Okay. Let's see what the AI is going to do to us this time. All right, the 1 die. It's actually pretty nice of him. The 2 and the 3 dinosaur, though. Okay, the $5 attraction and the $3. Okay, I want him taking that one. See if I can afford that. Okay, and again, the AI is done. So, what do we want to do with all of our people? Alright, I'm pretty good on DNA, so I think I'm actually going to put this guy out here and gain a worker. So I like workers. Now, let's see here. If I take that, I'm wasting it. Maybe that's what I do. Keep everything low key here. Yeah. I'm going to take this, which is going to be a waste, and this, which is going to be a waste. But that's fine. It means only this is going into the threat level. Okay. Alright, market phase. I really like this guy. That would be most of my money, though. What specialists do I have here that I could afford? I could afford that top one, maybe. Once per round when another player assigns it. Nope, that one's worthless. Insider. Once per game, you may search for any one face-down marketplace item, put it in player 4. Once per round, if you gain DNA during your research phase, gain any 2 basic DNA at the start of each round. I do like that one. Maybe we'll wait and see if the junior scientist becomes cheaper. Okay, so I'm going to start with this guy right here. And I'm going to be able to gain an advanced DNA every round if I so choose. And then I think what I'm going to do is actually pass to get 2 more money back. Okay, so that was my market phase. Phase 3 now. What do we want to do? I want to gain an advanced DNA. And I want to be able to create a dinosaur. So I'm going to go here. And again, we're going to go boop, boop, boop. That's going to create you here. And so this goes up 1, 2. This goes up 1. All right. And what else do we want to do? I could use some money, is always good. Let's make some change. And Yeah, we should probably keep up with our security. So that money goes right back away, so I can go boop. I know that this is going to be 5, so I'm good there. I don't need to go here. I could refine some DNA maybe, or I could just advance some DNA. But let's do this. Let's refine. We'll go here and here again to get this back and 2 money. Okay. All right, so back to our park attractions here. We now have an excitement level of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Son of a biscuit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right, so let's line them all up here. We only get 5 money from paying customers. And you're gonna go here, you're gonna go here, you put 3 of you here, and only 1 of you here, so I am short on spots. Okay, and so again, I can go 1, 2, 3, and do I take the money? Yep, I think again I'm gonna take the money. So this goes up 1, 2, 3, and we know that nobody's getting eaten. So everybody gets to go back, including the hooligans. Okay, and let's see, did we do anything that time? We have not hired 3 specialists. We've not bought 3 lab upgrades. Oh, man. Okay, let's do this one. I may not get there. Okay. So on to round 4. Just for comparison's sake, in my last game, I was able to complete 6 out of 7 rounds. I was able to complete an objective. So, all right, let's clean up here. More dinosaur. Ooh, the velociraptors. Or the T-Rex. Always enjoy the T-Rex in my house. Okay. Up, 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 up. Oop. You go there, you go there. And 3 of you. Boom. Okay. We need to roll some dice. Okay, decent rolls here. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's see if he takes my advanced DNA from me. Alright, what's he gonna do? Nope, the twofer. Okay, the first and the third. He's taking the T-Rex. No. $4 attraction and $4. No, he's taking the junior scientist. Son of a biscuit. All right. Okay. Scientist phase. I do want that one, but I think I may do some upgrading first. Now let's do it this way. So I want this to go up. I want this to go up, and yeah, I think that's about it. Well, I could do it 3 times. Maybe I should only spend 2 right here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. 1 advanced, and then 3. I don't want these pips out there. So 1, 2, 1 advanced. Okay. I don't know if I really played that well, but that's fine. Okay. So, market phase. I have $10+ Score 2 times VP for any patrons at any one attraction this round. It'd be nice if I had Dinachos over here, but I can't really afford Dinachos. Exchange 1 or 2 DNA for any 1 or 2 other DNA of the same rarity. Okay. Upgrade paddock capacity or increase security level at a discount. Maybe that one. Alright, so this is actually going to allow us, this is our third upgrade, and this is the better tool bench. So I'm going to cover up the tool bench with it, obviously. And so now we're actually going to be able to get points for that card this round. Let's see here. What else do I need? Purchase my frickin'... Did I pay for that? Yeah, I think I had a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, HR manager maybe? I think it's coming. Okay, yep, HR manager. Boom, give me all these workers. Lots and lots of workers now. Okay, that's finished. We don't need this anymore. All right, I definitely need to get some more dinosaurs out there so I can let more people in. So let's make this happen. Let's increase upgrade a paddock. So we're going to 4, but it's -2, so it's only 2 money to get this guy out there. This can come off. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We have room for 1 more. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that dinosaur then. This, this, and this. We get you. This goes up 2, 1, 2. This goes up 1. Okay, so now I'm also going to increase my security level by spending 2 because I get a discount. Boom. We know this is 2 pips, so I need to send someone here. Alright, I'm going to gain an advanced DNA, you back, and let's go ahead and gain 1 more back. Okay, and this last guy is going to get me some money. Okay, good to go. We get to bring 9 people into the park today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Never fails that I pull a purple one. There's only 3 in this bag. There's 22 yellows and 3 pinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 money. All right, this guy comes in. This guy comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I'm leaving 2 people at the gate. Okay. All right, so I think I'm just gonna take all VP this time. So 4, 5, 6, 15. All right, and this is going up 1. That's going up 2. So nobody gets eaten. Everybody goes back, and oops, we have 3 lab upgrades now. So I can actually score this one, flip it over, and I'm going to get 5 additional points because we're in the 4th round. All right, not bad, not bad at all. Okay, just 3 rounds left. Let's pull everybody back. Lots of workers now. Lots of workers. Okay, don't need you guys anymore. You guys go up, up, up. And ooh, look at this traction. Lots of spots there. Boom, boom. And lots of specialists needed. Okay, Ooh, collect $1 each for up to 2 hooligans in your park each round. That's not bad. That's not that great though. For up to 2 hooligans. Oh, $1 for up to 2. Okay. I wish he'd come out earlier. Alright, let's roll some dice. There's some upgraded DNA. Let's put you at the 4 spot. Let's see if our luck comes out. Okay, let's see. 4 and 5. Alright, you jerk. He's taking the big guy again. $4 here and the $2 here. Okay. All right. Let's see, what do we want to do here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I feel like I need some more dinosaurs in my park here. Maybe some cheap ones at that, but velociraptors. Yeah, let's go after the velociraptor. Okay. Let's make life exciting here. I think we're gonna have to start shooting for higher marks. Alright, so we're gonna put the velociraptors up here. And I definitely am gonna need more of you. Let's do this. Here we go. Now they're all lined up. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. And what do we want to do with this guy? Maybe we just increase everything all around. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Feel okay about that. Market phase. Mamma mia. Here we go again. Alright, I feel like the Ferris wheel or D nachos would be very helpful right now. So what can I afford? That's 14. I cannot even afford that. So, can I afford D nachos for 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can. I don't have a whole lot left after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's what we're doing. Purchasing some Dinachos. Okay. And do I need some more basic DNA? Yeah, why not? So we're gonna spend, no, I better hold on to this money, pass, and get $2. I think that's more important right now. Okay. So, let us see here now. What do we want to do with all our peeps? Okay. I think we need to upgrade our paddock here. That's just going to cost us 1 coin. And I can go from a 1 to a 3. Alright, and I want to create a dinosaur here. So we're going to go boom, 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 boom. Oh wait, I need to get my advanced DNA first. Boom, and then spend it. Alright, so this guy comes in, this goes up 2, 1, 2, this goes up 2, however, 1, 2. Okay, so I need to increase security. So this is going to go up by 2. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, that's all my money. Let's bump this up. And then I'm gonna need some money back. So it's gonna take my 3 right back. Oh man, I cannot increase my security anymore this round. Uh-oh. That's not good. This guy definitely needs to go there. And I really can't afford to create another dinosaur. So, these guys are just getting me more money. So we'll just make some change here. Alright. Okay, so I'm bringing 11 people into the park. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 9, 11. Okay. So I'm gonna get 10 money for that. Then these guys all have to go in somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I think we're gonna get everybody in this time though. Look at that. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna get 10 VP out of it. So boop. But unfortunately, we get increased by boop boop, and this only goes up to 1. So one person, poor soul at the ice cream shop, is getting eaten. So I actually only should have gotten 9 VP. All right. So let's see. I did earn $8 from patrons this round. So I also scored 8 VP this round. I think I can do it again though. So we'll just, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna get a bonus 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And 2 more rounds left. So home stretch here. Okay, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Pteranodon and Allosaurus. Ooh, I could use the paddock increase for free. Also use some advanced DNA. Pretty good options here. All right, AI, how you screwing me over this time? We are taking 1 and 4. Okay, I could have used the 1, but leaves the advanced DNA. The Triceratops, the $2, this one, and the $5, the intern. Okay. All right, let's do this. I think what we're gonna do here is I do like the paddock increase, so I'm gonna take this for free upgrade here. And then I'm going to increase my cold storage in places here and let's just say here. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one. It's going to give me that. Now you notice this one has no pips on it, but it's the advanced DNA. So I did leave myself with 2 extra pips I'm going to have to deal with. But I don't think I'm going to have to pay for a paddock upgrade. So, all right, market phase. I've got $16 to spend here. And what do I need? I do need lots of VP. Upgrade paddock, increase your security level at no cost. This, I think, is what I need here. Yeah, so I'm going to purchase this guy. Make some change. I'm actually going to replace Groundskeeper Shack. So that goes away. And now, one patron at a ride. I don't have a ride. Gain 1 advanced DNA at the start of each round. Or do I purchase more DNA? I think I'm going to purchase more DNA. So any 3 basic. I need lots of you. 1, 2, and you. 3. Okay. All right. Worker time. Worker time. Okay, so increase your security level by 1 at no cost. Done. Increase your security level at no cost by 1 again. Done. Or, no wait. Let's do it this way. Put you here and spend 3. Bump it up. Okay, done. Create a dinosaur. We're gonna go here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Gain advanced DNA, there. Okay, 2 excitement, 1, 2, but 2 threat, 1, 2. And we know that's +2. So, what are we gonna do with our last bit of workers here? Oh, we are going to increase security again. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Boom. And then we're going to increase it for free. Boom. So this is going to take us all the way up here. Put this out. And this last guy is going to get us some money back. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think we're good. I think we've got it all covered. And now we get to draw 13 people. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I should have gotten that security guard after all. Okay, so this is 11, 12 money. So boom, boom, and you. Okay, and let's put everybody out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, our security and threat level is equal, so nobody gets eaten. So I am going to gain 12 more VP. And I scored 8 VP in a single round, so I'm going to get an additional 2. 1, 2. All right. Everybody goes back. And it is time for the final round. Okay. Dice in here. Ooh, interesting. Let's put you at the front. Put you at the front because we could use you. And the solo AI is doing what? 2 and 3. Okay. The pterodons are gone. The $3 attraction and the $4 specialist. Okay, and that is it for the solo AI. Okay, let's see here. I definitely want some of that DNA. Could I pay for it all? So boom, 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 boom. We're getting pretty close here. So let me take 2 of you. 1, 2. Let me take 3 of you. 1, 2, 3. And let me take 2 of you. 1, 2. All right, and that leaves no die to put over here. So we're good on, should help us with our threat level. Okay, let's spend some money. Upgrade paddock capacity at no cost. Ooh. Gain anyone advanced DNA. Sunglasses, however, I am going to need a place to put these people. So, you may place a lab upgrade on this card. That's nice. I think I'm going to have to go with the hypercoaster first. Okay, make sure I have plenty of places to put everybody. I'm very tempted to take the security guard. But I need to completely fill my paddocks. Increase paddock capacity. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. Boom and boom. Get rid of the better tool bench. And now we've got this. Okay. All right, so we are good to go now. Let's see here. You may upgrade paddock capacity by 2, paying the second cost instead of by 1. Or I can just go here. And then this will become a 3. Let's just do this to make it a 4. All right. Let's see if I can then afford all of this. All right, create a dinosaur. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This goes up to 1, 2. This goes up to the 1, 2. So I increase my security level. Okay. I think I'm gonna need to do it one more time, but I also need to create one more dinosaur. Oh no! Alright, hold on. Maybe we need to backtrack here. Instead of putting all of these guys out here, just do this and use his. So we spend 4. Oh no, he uses the tool bench, so I had to do it this way. Because I got rid of my tool bench. That wasn't very smart of me. I spend these 2 here to create another dinosaur. I can do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is gonna go up 2. Boom, boom. I get a 4th one here. Some people are gonna be eaten, but that's okay. I'm alright with that. Okay. And unfortunately, I don't have any other way of doing much with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's not going to do me any good. Gaining advanced DNA is not going to do me any good. Can't create another dinosaur. Yeah. Pointless. Okay. I had the money, but I don't have a spot to put him. Yeah. Okay. Didn't plan that out so well. Alright, so we are going to be drawing most everybody out of this bag. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, no, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep. Alright, so we're getting 14 money out of this. Maybe I should have taken the 3. So that's 17 total. Okay, and then we gotta put our hooligans first. So here, we're gonna put them all in the boring spots. And the nachos. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3 on that card. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this card. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this card, and 1 there. Perfect. All right. Unfortunately, however, 1 person is getting eaten, so you're gone. So I'm only getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 VP. So 1, 2, 3 plus 10. We need our little bonus shit to go with us. Got a long ways to go to catch up to 136. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for these guys. Everybody else can go back in the bag. All right, and now we count up final scoring, which is pretty much every $5 equals 1 VP. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 is $1 short. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna get VP here, so that's 1. Oops. 1, 16, take me 30, and 8, 38. Oh, and this one gains me 1. Boop. All right, so that is 89 total points. A far cry from my 136 last time, but there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you play. I should have put this out there. Dinosaur Island using the solo mode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching and have a great night.